You open your eyes for the very first time, and the light is blinding, harsh, and cold. You are surrounded by unforgiving metal walls, sterile, brutal, and indifferent. You are not on Earth. You are not in a hospital. You are on Viltrum, a planet ruled not by compassion but by raw power, where the survival of the fittest is more than a saying, it is law. You are a newborn Viltrumite, a species engineered and hardened by war, bred not for comfort but for conquest. Towering, merciless figures in dark, brutal armor loom over you, scanning your vitals with cold precision. One of them, a battle-scarred doctor who is more soldier than healer, grunts with approval. "He's strong," the doctor says with a nod. On this world, a baby's worth is measured not by smiles or softness but by the potential for violence, for power. Weakness is unforgivable. Weakness means death. Only the infants who meet the Empire's impossible physical standards are allowed to live. Those who fall short, erased without ceremony, unspoken, unnamed. Your parents, both stern warriors in full battle armor, finally allow themselves a breath. They are relieved, for now. You have passed the first test. You live. But don't expect warmth or kindness. There are no lullabies on Viltrum. No fairy tales. No bedtime stories. Your cradle is not soft or safe. It is a gravity chamber, set at 4 times the force of Earth's gravity. Every moment in that chamber is agony. Your muscles ache, your bones protest, and your infant cries echo through the metal walls unanswered. No one comes. No one offers comfort. Pain is not treated. It is expected. It is training. At just 2 years old, your life becomes even more brutal. You are forced to lift steel blocks heavier than yourself. Not out of curiosity or fun, but because it is your only path forward. You are already showing early signs of levitation, and that means flight training begins immediately. Your parents do not offer praise, nor do they help you when you fall. A true Viltrumite stands on their own, your father declares coldly, arms folded, watching your struggles like a drill instructor, not a dad. Here, affection is replaced by evaluation. Love, as it is known elsewhere in the universe, does not exist here. There is only expectation. Only performance. By the time you turn 5, you are entered into the Juvenile Combat Initiative, a twisted mockery of childhood. You are surrounded by other children, not for recess, not for games, but for battle. The rules are primitive and merciless. Incapacitate your opponent or be beaten until you cannot rise. Your first opponent is Lero, a larger, older boy already hardened by fights. He strikes first, hard. You fall. The crowd does not gasp. An instructor shouts, "Get up!" You obey. Through blood and bruises, you retaliate. A blow to the jaw. Another to the chest. Lero crashes to the ground. You win. The crowd claps, not with joy but with relief, because you are not a disappointment. On Viltrum, every child is a warrior in training. There is no play, only progress. You are raised not for joy, but for war. In school, every subject is designed to prepare you for Empire service. History class is a stream of bloody victories and galactic conquests, glorifying the genocidal triumphs of your ancestors. Science teaches genetic manipulation, cybernetic enhancements, and how to weaponize biology. Math is not numbers for learning. It is logistics for battlefield supply chains, fuel ratios, and kill efficiency. Physical education. It's non-stop combat drills designed to maim those who fall behind. There is no room for failure. One mistake and you're punished. One misstep and you're discarded. One day in history class, you hear about the Purging, a turning point in Viltrum's brutal past. Long ago, your species turned on itself. The strong decided the weak were dragging them down. So they culled them. Half the population was exterminated by its own hands. The survivors emerged leaner, fiercer, more ruthless. And that is the foundation of Viltrumite philosophy. Eliminate the weak to strengthen the whole. Rule the galaxy with no apologies. At 10, your training escalates. You are taken to witness the aftermath of a planetary conquest firsthand. The sky is thick with smoke. Cities lay in charred ruins. The stench of defeat lingers. Kneeling civilians beg for mercy. Your commanding officer, General Korf, points to them and barks, "Decide their fate." You freeze. The air is still. Every eye is on you. But hesitation is weakness. Weakness is death. With shaking fingers, you point toward the execution squad. Korf nods. The rebels are extinguished. That night, you lie awake. Something foreign grips you, guilt. But you never feel it again. There is no room for it. At 15, you're sent on your first solo mission, a high-risk raid on a rebel outpost. No backup, no ship, no weapons. You fly through the void of space under your own power, lungs holding breath for days. You engage, you adapt, you destroy the target. But not without cost. You lose your team, comrades, friends. When you return, there is no condolence. Just a nod. A win is a win. The bodies are never mentioned. At 16, you face the defining moment of your life, the Viltrumite trials. Not a ceremony. Not a game. You are dropped on a barren moon with triple Viltrum's gravity. No food. No gear. 30 candidates. Only a few will survive. The first test is a race over jagged, hostile terrain. Gravity tries to tear your muscles from your bones. People collapse. You press forward. Next is live combat. Your first opponent, Lero, again. But this time, you don't hesitate. You flatten him with a single blow. The numbers dwindle. You're placed into a team, Corvin, analytical and cold. Vetra, reckless but smart. Together, you infiltrate a rebel simulation where the targets are real soldiers. Vetra's defiance nearly kills her, but your leadership saves the mission. You are praised. She is not. Then comes the final trial, a free-for-all. No teams. No trust. Only survival. You partner briefly with Corvin. But when only two remain, you make your choice. Trust is weakness. You strike. He falls. You are one of 3 to survive. You are awarded the warrior's insignia, a heavy mark of deadly honor. Don't make us regret it, your instructor warns. In your 20s, war becomes routine. You stop aging. Your power continues to grow. You wear the mustache, Empire mandated. At 40, the Empire begins to falter. Resistance stiffens. Victories are slower. Doubt creeps in. At 50, your father dies. Officially in combat training. Unofficially, the whispers say he questioned orders. That he hesitated. That he resisted. At his funeral, they praise his kills. Not his convictions. Not his truths. You begin to wonder if he saw the same cracks in the Empire that you now see. Then, a new mission. But not war. Reproduction. You are chosen to breed the next generation of Viltrumites. Target planet, Corrales. Humanoid. Genetically compatible. Peaceful. Ripe for takeover. Your objectives: infiltrate. Reproduce. Prepare. You arrive. You lie. You say you're a traveler, seeking refuge. They believe you. You blend in. And for the first time in your life, you admire. You see kindness. Harmony. Art. You meet Era. And for the first time, you feel love. Real love. Not strategic mating. You have 2 children. They are strong, gifted. But you raise them not as weapons, but as people. You teach them both strength and compassion. You delay the Empire's call. You lie. You train them in secret. Because you know what's coming. And then it happens. The Empire invades. General Korf leads the charge. You fight. You lose. But not before saving your family. You die on that battlefield. Not as a warrior of the Empire, but as a father, defiant. Corrales falls. The Empire rewrites history. Your name is erased. But to your children, to Era, to the people you protected, you are remembered. Not as a conqueror, not as a killer, but as the one who made a choice. The one who stood for something more. The Viltrumite who chose freedom.